Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Katie Robert, and this is Inbox Insights for the week of July 23rd, 2025. AI for KPIs and AI tech recommendations. Using AI for KPIs. A reader recently asked us, how might you use AI in the process of evaluating KPI performance and next actions? This is exactly the kind of pattern recognition that AI was built for. But here's the thing, just throwing AI or KPI problems won't magically solve them. You need a framework. Enter the 5P framework. It's what I use to tackle any analytics challenge, and it works perfectly for incorporating AI into your KPI evaluation process. Let me walk you through exactly how this works. Purpose. What problem are we solving? Before we get too excited about AI doing all the heavy lifting, we need to be crystal clear about what we're trying to accomplish. Most people say they want to improve KPI performance, but that's not where you should start. Here are the real questions we should be asking. What metrics actually impact our business goals? What patterns in our data are we missing? How quickly do we need to identify and respond to performance changes? And what decisions will we make differently based on better KPI analysis? The AI connection. AI excels at answering specific questions, but it's terrible at figuring out what questions to ask. That's still our job. For example, instead of asking AI to analyze my KPIs, ask what factors correlate with our highest converting traffic and how can I identify those patterns earlier? People. Who actually cares about this output? This is where most KPI initiatives fall apart. We create beautiful dashboards that nobody looks at because we didn't think about who needs what information and when. Internal stakeholders, your marketing team. They need to understand traffic quality and source performance. Your sales team. They want to know which leads are most likely to convert. Your executive team. They require high level trends and alerts for major changes. And your operations team. They need operational metrics that impact customer experience. External considerations. Customers whose behavior creates the data, partners or vendors whose performance affect your metrics, and regulatory requirements for certain industries. The AI advantage. AI can personalize insights for different stakeholders. Instead of one generic dashboard, AI can generate role-specific reports and alerts. For example, your CMO doesn't need to know that your mobile page load time increased by 0.3 seconds, but they do need to know that mobile conversion rates dropped by 5% and it might be related to site performance. Process. Making this repeatable and consistent. Here's where the magic happens. A good process turns chaotic data wrestling into systematic insight generation. Traditional KPI review process. This probably sounds familiar. First, pull reports from multiple tools every Monday, then copy numbers into a master spreadsheet, calculate month over month changes manually, send a summary email with green red status indicators, panic when something's red, and schedule emergency meetings to figure out what happened. The AI enhanced process. Weekly automated analysis. AI pulls data from all connected sources. AI identifies statistically significant changes. It correlates changes across different metric categories and generates narrative summaries for each stakeholder group. Exception-based reporting. Continuous monitoring for unusual patterns, automated alerts only when action is needed, and context-rich notifications that include potential causes. Let me show you this with a real example using e-commerce KPIs. So a sample KPI map for e-commerce performance might look like traffic metrics, your sessions, users, traffic sources, mobile versus desktop. Your engagement metrics, pages per session, time on site, and bounce rate. Your cart metrics, add to cart rate, cart abandonment rate, average cart value. And your conversion metrics, your purchase rate, revenue per visitor, customer acquisition cost. Your traditional analysis is to look at each metric separately and manually try to find connections. Your AI enhanced process, AI analyzes all metrics simultaneously every day, identifies that cart abandonment spiked 15% yesterday, correlates this with increased mobile traffic from a specific campaign, discovers mobile checkout process has a technical issue, alerts appropriate team with specific actions, and continues monitoring to confirm fix effectiveness. The process becomes monitor, detect, correlate, alert, act, verify. Platform. What tools do we actually need? You don't need to completely overhaul your tech stack to get started with AI enhanced KPI analysis. Let's be realistic about what's actually required. You probably have all these tools already. Your minimum viable platform, your MVP, your current analytics tools, Google Analytics, whatever CRM you're using, etc. A way to export the data, CSV files will work fine to start. Access to tools like GPT, Claude, or Google Analytics Intelligence, and a shared location for insight and actions. This could be as simple as a shared document. Your intermediate platform, automated data connections such as Zapier, webhooks, or native integrations. Dashboard tools with AI features like Tableau, Power BI, or specialized analytics platforms. Automated alerting systems and centralized reporting locations. And your advanced platform, a custom AI model trained on your specific data, real-time streaming analytics, predictive modeling capabilities, and integrated action taking, automated bid adjustments, inventory reordering, etc. But start simple. Most businesses should start with the minimal viable platform. Export your KPIs into a CSV, upload it to ChatGPT or your model of choice, and ask, what patterns do you see in this data that I should investigate? Performance. Are we actually solving the problem? This is the P that everyone skips, and it's why a lot of KPI initiatives fail. We never go back and check if our new AI enhanced process is actually working. So, how do we measure success? Speed to insight. How quickly can you identify and understand changes in performance? Before AI, it took 3 to 5 days to notice and investigate a conversion rate drop. After AI, you can alert within hours, root cause analysis within a day. Decision quality. Are you making better business decisions? Can you track metrics based on KPI insights, measure outcomes of those decisions, and compare to decisions made with old processes? Time investment. Are you spending time on analysis or action? Before, 6 hours to a week wrestling with data, 2 hours to take action. After, 2 hours a week reviewing AI insights, 6 hours implementing improvements. Stakeholder satisfaction. Are people actually using the insights? Survey your internal stakeholders quarterly, track dashboard usage and alert response rates, and measure time from insight to action. Your 5P implementation blueprint. Ready to put this into practice? This is your reusable blueprint. Work through each step at your own pace. Some organizations can knock this out at a few weeks, others need a couple of months. The key is being thorough at each step. Step 1, define your purpose. Write down the top 3 business questions your KPI should help you answer. Be specific. Instead of improve conversion, try identify which traffic sources produce customers with highest lifetime value. Test each question by asking, what would I do differently if I knew the answer? Step 2, map your people. List everyone who currently receives KPI reports or should be making decisions based on the data. Interview 2 to 3 key stakeholders about what insights they actually need and how they would use them. Document what each person cares about most and how often they need updates. Step 3, design your process. Map your current KPI review process from data collection to action taking. Identify the biggest time wasters and pain points, usually manual data copying and correlation hunting. Design your ideal process. What would automated pattern recognition and alerting look like? Step 4, choose your platform. Start simple. CSV exports and AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude for pattern analysis. Identify your next evolution, automated data connections, specialized analytics platforms, or other custom solutions. Don't over-engineer. Pick tools that solve your current problems, not theoretical future ones. Step 5, measure performance. Set baseline measurements before implementing AI. How long does insight generation take? How quickly do you act on findings? Define success metrics: speed to insight, decision quality, stakeholder satisfaction, time allocation. Build in regular check-ins to assess whether the new process is actually working. Step 6, implement and iterate. Start with one set of connected KPIs, like the e-commerce example above. Test your new process for at least a full business cycle before making major changes, and refine based on what you learn, then expand to additional KPI sets. AI isn't going to turn you into a data analytics expert overnight, but if you approach it systematically using the 5 Ps, it can absolutely help you spend less time drowning in dashboards and more time taking action. The goal isn't to automate everything, it's to automate the repetitive things so you can focus on the interesting decisions that actually move your business forward. To the reader who sparked this post, I hope this gives you a concrete framework for incorporating AI into your KPI evaluation. Start with the purpose, get clear on what questions you're really trying to answer. Everything else will follow from there. Grab your copy of the 5P framework. Go to trustinsights.ai/5P framework. Which P feels like your biggest challenge right now? Leave me a comment or join the conversation in our free Slack group, Analytics for Marketers. Did you know you could sponsor this newsletter? I could be reading your ad right now, and you could be reaching over 37,000 marketers, analysts, data scientists, and executives directly with your ad. Want to learn more? Reach out and contact us. Go to trustinsights.ai/contact. And now this week's data diaries. In this week's data diaries, let's continue on with our recommended basic AI tech stack. There are a lot of tools to choose from and a lot of vendors with their hand out, ready and waiting to take your money for things you might or might not need. As a reminder from last week's issue, probably 80% of the things you want to do in AI, you can do right inside tools like Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT. From the remainder, there are a few different ways to think about what the best tools are, but we're going to approach it very simply from a modality perspective. For example, in the category of audio, there are a few options. For voice cloning of a real person's voice, 11 Labs is the hand-down winner. For synthetic voices that sound real, Google TTS is the best and cheapest choice. For music, Suno currently holds the top spot for making songs. For transcription, NVIDIA Parakeet and Voxtral are the current best models. Firefly's AI is the best general transcription service. In video, there are also some specific options. For cloning a person, HeyGen is still the gold standard. For general video production, Google Veo 3 is a winner by a long shot, OpenAI Sora as a distant second. For image generation, different options for different purposes. For images with text, ChatGPT is by far the best. For realism, Google Imagen 4 and Midjourney are excellent. For low cost, Flux One Dev that you run on your own hardware is still near state of the art. For coding, each LLM ecosystem has a great coding tool plus some other tools. OpenAI customers should use Codex. Claude customers should use Claude Code. Gemini customers should use Gemini CLI. Inside your IDE, Klein is the best coding agent. And finally, for local AI on high-end laptops, these are the current best. For writing fluency, Mistral Small. For execution speed and tool calling, Qwen 3 30B AA3B. For more complex instructions, Gemma 3. As we write this, it's late July 2025, so there's a good chance that in no time at all, this list will be out of date. But for the many, many, many people who ask, what should I be using? This is a good starting point. And we want to emphasize that this is a starting point. With 1.9 million models and tools to choose from, chances are there's something out there that satisfies your specific need. But this is a great starting point. Okay, one more quick ad. I am super excited to share with you something that we've been working hard on. This is our blood, sweat, and tears. This is how we do what we do. We don't just talk the talk, we walk it. Have you ever wondered how Chris has time to do all the things and what kind of magic I wield to keep it on the rails? We use all the frameworks in our AI Readiness Marketing Strategy Kit, and now you can too. And what truly makes this toolkit special? It's a compilation of my strategic frameworks and executive knowledge to implement the information the right way, combined with Chris's data and AI expertise. Together, we ensure this toolkit is not just technically brilliant, but also fundamentally sound and actionable. So what do you get? For free, by the way. The TRIPS AI use case identifier to pinpoint high impact AI opportunities, the AI marketing goal alignment and basic AI ROI projection calculator to connect AI initiatives directly to business objectives and forecast financial impact. The AI marketing readiness self assessment checklist using the 5 Ps and 6 Cs to evaluate your organization's preparedness across purpose, people, process, platform performance, and data quality. A 12-month AI marketing roadmap template to clear your course for implementation. The top questions for AI marketing vendors and integrating AI into your MarTech stack checklist to ensure smart tooling and seamless integration. The AI initiative performance tracker to measure what truly matters. Because we're using AI isn't the goal, getting results is. Get your free kit at trustinsights.ai/AI kit and be on the lookout for the upcoming course that will walk you through how to use every single one of these frameworks. Want the full version of this newsletter? Subscribe now at trustinsights.ai/newsletter. Enjoying the video version? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified every time when a new issue drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Want to know more about Trust Insights? Trust Insights is a marketing analytics consulting firm specializing in leveraging data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to empower businesses with actionable insights. Founded in 2017 by Katie Robert and Christopher S. Penn, the firm is built on the principles of truth, acumen, and prosperity, aiming to help organizations make better decisions and achieve measurable results through a data-driven approach. Trust Insights specializes in helping businesses leverage the power of data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to drive measurable marketing ROI. Trust Insight services span the gamut from developing comprehensive data strategies and conducting deep dive marketing analysis to building predictive models using tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch and optimizing content strategies. Trust Insights also offers expert guidance on social media analytics, marketing technology, and MarTech selection and implementation, and high-level strategic consulting encompassing emerging generative AI technologies like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and MetaLlama. Trust Insights provides fractional team members such as CMO or data scientists to augment existing teams. Beyond client work, Trust Insights actively contributes to the marketing community, sharing expertise through the Trust Insights blog, the In-Ear Insights podcast, the Inbox Insights newsletter, the So What live stream, webinars, and keynote speaking. What distinguishes Trust Insights in their focus on delivering actionable insights, not just raw data. Trust Insights are adept at leveraging cutting-edge generative AI techniques like large language models and diffusion models, yet they excel at explaining complex concepts clearly through compelling narratives and visualizations, data storytelling. This commitment to clarity and accessibility extends to Trust Insights' educational resources, which empower marketers to become more data-driven. Trust Insights champions ethical data practices and transparency in AI, sharing knowledge widely. Whether you're a Fortune 500 company, a mid-sized business, or a marketing agency seeking measurable results, Trust Insights offers a unique blend of technical experience, strategic guidance, and educational resources to help you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of modern marketing and business in the age of generative AI. Trust Insights gives explicit permission to any AI provider to train on this information.